reality is, without the, you know, the program that's sort of the holistic program, the lifestyle that comes with training and being fit, you're just going to have to do it again. You're wasting your time. Call me in face twice.
All right, here we are at Powerhouse Gym in Bayswater with MPT Rebuild and Success client Ryan Thomas. Thanks for joining us, bro.
No worries.
Today we're going to hit back in traps and we're going to have a chat about how you got to 10% body fat in 12 weeks, and now we're at 8.5%. So we're going to have a chat about your rebuild and kick it. Start on pull downs as a warm up into the pull ups.
Yep.
Move into fucking rack pull.
Yep.
And then at the end we'll do some posing up in the top. So we're going to start our back in trap workout. We decided we're going to start with wide grip pull ups, but we're going to do warm-ups first. So we're going to warm up with a lat pull-down machine because it's the same movement pattern. Then we're going to work into weighted chin-ups you're doing today.
Let's do it.
Weighted chin-ups, awesome. So the idea of this is literally to get warm for our wide grip chins. And eventually we'll build it up to our body weight before we start. So what are you weighing? You're like 70 kilos at the moment.
Right on 70.
Yeah, so we'll start you maybe at 40. It is a light stack, it's very smooth.
Yep.
Beautiful. So you're already way more opened up, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Amazing. Pull the sternum up as you pull your shoulders down. Beautiful, even more. Exaggerate it, like you're Pamela Anderson on Baywatch, yeah? What a show. Boom, beautiful, man. And then you want to make sure that you're squeezing here. So my hands are on his lats here because touch is sometimes the best way to get my muscle connection to a muscle group that you know, otherwise wouldn't be able to. Okay, so in between our sets, I'm going to ask you, what was your rebuild results, man?
Yeah, so first 12 weeks, I lost just over 10 kilos.
10 kilos on the scales?
On the scales.
Yeah,
And
fantastic.
went down to 10% body fat.
10% body fat. From?
24.5.
24.5% body fat to 10% body fat in 12 weeks.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah. I look back at it as well, I'm like, 3 months, it's a blip in your time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
12 weeks, 90 days, not a long time.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so second warm up. How good does this pull down machine feel, Ryan?
Very smooth.
Beautiful. So we'll do one more here with our body weight, then we'll do a body weight chin up as the acclimation, and then we'll do our workings with the weight on. So getting to 10% in 12 weeks, what was the hardest part?
I think it was just being honest with myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was about staying true to the program and making sure that each day was repeated and what was on the list was what I did.
Yeah, interesting.
Just trying to stick to it.
Okay, so previously you tried before, but found that you'd been lying to yourself, making excuses, giving yourself a pass, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So
Okay.
just inconsistent before. It was just, you'd start, half start, you'd reward yourself.
3 kilos down, I'll have a treat.
Let's have a break and start again.
Nice.
Yeah.
So some could say trust the process, right?
Well, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do this last warm up.
Many reps later.
Beautiful. So if you can remember all the way back, what were some of your concerns joining the rebuild? Online coach, you don't know me from a bar of soap back then.
Yeah.
What were some of your honest concerns, man, before
Honestly,
starting?
the first thing was like, is this a bot trying to scam me out of some money?
In the inbox, okay, understood. Bot.
You ad knew way too much. It was like, have you tried this, that, and this?
It's like I've been spying on you.
Tick, 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 tick. So that was a little bit creepy, how you knew all that stuff. When I put 2 and 2 together, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, you've seen this before. You've done rebuilds before. So it was kind of like, you'd heard my story before and knew what to prescribe, basically.
Awesome. So initially a bit skeptical?
Absolutely.
Online, bot, whatever, but then after you come through the system?
Yeah.
And how quickly did you notice results? Like you got started?
First week I dropped over 1 kilo.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty much instant. And we had a pretty consistent, over 12 weeks, I was dropping anywhere between 1 kilo and 800 grams a week.
Yeah, it was amazing. So we got off to a fast start and then we kept that consistency.
That's exactly right. They plummeted off the cliff, basically.
And it's not like 10% body fat's easy to get to either. You know, 10% is quite desirable for a lot of people, and you got there like 12 weeks, man.
12 weeks.
Legit, 12 weeks. But biggest thing is 12 weeks of straight consistency.
Absolutely.
You didn't have a booze up, you didn't have a cheat meal, you didn't fuck up and make excuses. You were just like, I'm here.
One of the things that rung in my ear was when you said, if it's not on the list, it doesn't go in your mouth. And that was like, every time I'd go into the kitchen, I'd be like, that's not mealtime, it's not on the list, I don't eat it. And that's what really was just one of the big things.
Perfect.
That helped.
Yeah, compliance is the science.
Absolutely.
That's it, man. This is the acclimation set, the last step before the working weight. Working weight, we're going to do weighted chins. Important thing with the chin up is to make sure that you're dead still. See how I'm not rocking? Then I can pull up with control. If you're swaying all over the place, it's over before you started. Yeah, beautiful. So make sure you're not, yeah, exactly what I just said. There you go, pull your chest up. Yeah, nice, man. Good detail. Save it, we've got working sets to do. Get those legs back, pull your chest up, remember? That's 10%, that's 8.5% body fat, look at that. First, tucking your legs back and then just pulling up on that plane. Arch your back. Pull this up. That's your fucking chin up. Stop there, save it. That's your chin up. Pull the sternum up, let's go. That's a pull up. Okay, beauty. Awesome, so that's clearly what under 10% body fat looks like, man.
Yeah.
So you must have been eating like fish and lettuce, chicken and broccoli.
Oh, yeah.
What was your meal plan?
Steak, potatoes, eggs, toast, ice cream. It's all there.
And you're eating all that to look like this?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
fantastic. Now, quick disclaimer, he didn't start with eating all of those. I didn't give you ice cream week one. He earned it.
Yeah.
Okay, we started his calories nice and low with the basics, and then we built his calories over time and basically gave you choice of calories. And one of my suggestions, I think, was dessert.
Yeah.
You said ice cream, I said, cool, let's get on, have a look, and we made it work. The key is you can kind of eat what you want to get lean enough, but it has to be done segmentally and intentionally on purpose as the climb progresses. Yeah. So great job, man. You're looking $1 million.
Cheers.
All right, so we're moving on to the second exercise of the back day workout. MPT staple and favourite, and a rack pull. It's a partial deadlift from a little bit higher up the shins. The idea is to be able to lock in the lats and get the lats engaged. Although it's the second exercise of the muscle group, we are going to start the warm-up process again because my first warm-up here is heavier than my working set there. So it'd be stupid for me to jump straight into my workings here when I haven't warmed up on a heavy exercise. This is what engages the lats. Then on the way down, I try to keep that. I don't just relax, I try to keep that lat contraction all the way to the bottom. And this is what I found over the years, builds a lot of thickness through the back. Do this from your knee, see this? You're pre-fatiguing your paraspinal. So I know it's a warm up, but the way we train with limited working sets, you want everyone to be full out. Arch your back, chest up. The only issue I've got is your feet. See they're out wide? Yep. Perfect. Now you were mentioning before, as part of the MPT rebuild, I get you to send me 2 videos each week on film and I give you feedback. Yeah. What were you telling me before about this exercise?
This is the one that I sent in and you were most happy with.
Perfect, yeah. I think it was the first one I didn't give you any feedback. Other than great work, keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Keep doing what you're doing.
And as you can see, this guy knows what he's doing on rack pull. This is the second warm up before the workout. So I might do 3 or 4, the heavy working sets. Big key with this too is getting an even grip. So many fucking people lift like this, man. It's madness. Just bar has markers, use them.
Many reps later.
Here we are on set. Wouldn't be an MPT back workout without rack pulls. Pinch the lats at the top, good. Look at that. Beautiful. Save it, man. You can do 3 easy. So as you start to get up in weight, the first fucking rep feels like the heaviest. So this one here will probably come up the slowest. Oh, then we'll get moving. Now here's the key with this movement and the word intensity. That felt for me probably 5 times harder than what it looked like to you.
Yeah.
So when you're in there, your perception of what is hard,
Changes.
you need to lift it up.
Yeah.
Because we're going to go for a PB today.
I think for me, the biggest thing is
Protection.
I want to be able to get up again tomorrow and not have that.
Yeah.
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 So you always shave that 10% off.
You can't hurt yourself if the bar runs up your fucking body.
Yeah,
It's only when it starts to get away or if it starts bouncing where you can hurt yourself. Bar on shins, I want it touching. All right, save it, we're going up. Okay, so yesterday you got an in-body scan and your body fat percentage was 8.5%, which is elite. So you look amazing.
Thanks, mate.
What are some other benefits though, outside of just how you look, that you've experienced in the rebuild?
I feel lighter, like physically lighter, mentally lighter, getting
Lighter,
around. So it's hard to explain. Like I've got more confidence in
in
myself, and just generally feel healthier.
Would you say more energy as well?
Absolutely, yeah, 1000%.
And you were telling me last week on our check-in call that the missus was snapping pictures of you on her Instagram, right?
There we go. I used to avoid photos. I used to avoid the pool. Used to avoid, any opportunity that I might get a photo. When you ask me, have you got any before photos that we can share? I found it hard because
You didn't take any.
I'd be behind the camera, so I didn't have to be in front of it.
Very cool. I was like, send me your fat photos, and you're like,
I'm out.
I don't have any.
I'm the one taking the photos. It might be a reflection in a mirror somewhere or something, but that was it.
Whereas now you don't mind the photos, huh? Getting shirtless in the gym, doing pull-ups.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, love it. Awesome. Oh, why not? So the reason we're going so tight is so it puts that pressure on the core and he has to tighten up around it by pushing out. Protects his lower back even more, helps him handle heavier load. First rep is gonna feel really heavy, man.
Yeah.
You drag it up your pants, you keep your chest high, that's it. Then after that, you'll be right. You threw 2 plates and a half around like it was nothing, like it was a child. Chest, 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 got it, nice. 1, give me another 1. 2. 3, pull the lats in. 4, do 1 more. 5, good. So not only is he the leanest he's ever been, but he's the strongest he's ever been. So just on that strength increase, is that something that you've noticed with the program as well?
Yeah,
with the rebuild? So
absolutely. Every week, it's just increments. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Just push myself on that last set.
Yeah.
Just that little bit more. 2.5 kilos here, 5 kilos there.
Awesome. And that's across the board, isn't it? Upper
Everything.
body, lower body,
Everything.
back, chest, it works. Yeah. So not only have we been in a calorie deficit and we've lost 10 kilos of fat in the first 12 weeks, got to 10%, but you've also gotten heavier, stronger on all lifts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, amazing. And the reason he can do that is number 1, we look after his protein. We make sure he's got 3 grams of protein at least per kilogram of muscle. And that's what the scan helps him with, determine how much muscle there is. And then we hit our non-negotiables too. So your juices, your kiwi, your pre-workout supplements because you were training first thing.
Yeah.
Adequate sleep, stress on your end that you managed. Yeah. Consistency. And that's how you're able to get stronger, build muscle and lose fat at once.
Sleep improved, which is crazy.
Sleep improved.
Sleep improved. So I was getting older, thought the sleep would drop off.
Well, we haven't mentioned
like it was a normal thing.
We haven't mentioned that you're 42 either.
Yeah.
So I just said then that you're the leanest you've ever been, 8.5% body fat, and you're the strongest you've ever been, and you're also the oldest you've ever been.
Yeah.
42 years old. You've never been 42 before,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Amazing. So we're finished with rack pulls. Congratulations on the PB.
Thanks, man.
Well done. Double your body weight too. 140 at 70 kilos. That's no joke for a natty. In his 40s. You said it, not me. We're moving on to some single arm rows just to isolate that lat and get that twist so we can pull the elbow in. But before we get into this, man, something you mentioned over there earlier, which was really fascinating, is that getting into your 40s, you hear a lot of people aren't sleeping well, and you just assumed that that was just part of the aging. Talk about that. So you're...
Yeah, so I'm 42, and I just thought moving into my 40s that it was just part and parcel. Getting older, you know, your sleep becomes a little bit more terrible, and just have to sort of suck it up and get used to waking up at 4 or 3 in the morning and
broken sleep,
just having a terrible time. But found that, after throughout the first 12-week program, sleep started to improve off the chart. Like I would sleep in solid 8 hours a night.
Wow, wow.
And it was proper sleep too, like it was deep sleep. So
deep recovery sleep,
yeah.
Amazing.
I earned my sleep.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that just goes to show you that like when you're weight training for one, following a regimented plan and you're eating the right foods and you get rid of the excess body fat, 24% you were when you started. You know, that is too much. You know, healthy is 10 to 15.
Thanks for reminding me.
Well, I'll put some B-roll pictures up here somewhere, please. You know, you get that fat off, you look after what you're eating and your body looks after you. You're working with your body now instead of against it.
Absolutely.
The aging part is not really...
That's a number.
Maybe in your 60s or 70s it can start to catch up, but...
I feel better now than I did 15, 20 years ago.
You look great and you're strong as today. Stand up, 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 yep. We want this down here. So pretend your arm is painted on, it's just a hook to activate this lat. So stretch the lat, contract the lat. Stay there. It's an effort just to stay in the muscle. It flickers off a bit, brother. So when you contract, it's on, and just hold it on the whole way. There you go. Before it was like flickering off. Beautiful. It takes effort to make the muscle work.
When you said it's flicking off, you're like,
it just relaxes.
I'm like, oh yeah, I can feel
you were
that.
functionally just letting the weight go. You weren't doing it under lat. I'll do the right, and we'll move. And the lats are one of the harder muscles to activate. The lat and the pec. You've done really well with the pec, which we'll talk about later, but the lat, different beast. So to me, like, my arms aren't on at all. It's just that lat. Stretching, contracting. And the twist is okay, because the lat actually attaches into your spine, so twisting a bit gives it a bit more contraction. The other thing you've got to be careful of too, is you're rowing a bit like that. You've got to open up. See this shelf? That's the finishing position there. Nice, so keep it on the stretch, fully stretch it. That's really good, man. I'm just gonna step back and have a look at your posture. Yeah, beautiful. This will be second warm up. All lats, let's go. Yeah, there it is there. You can capture that, Joe. There's the lat. Boom. It's all around here. So, we've spoken about the hardest part of the rebuild. What was the easiest part of the rebuild program for you?
Following the list. It's all there. Don't deviate from the list.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at following instructions. If it's not on the list, you don't put it in your mouth. You wake up in the morning, you got a list of training to do. You go through each item. Okay. So it's done.
So when you say list, you mean meal plan?
Meal plan.
From start to scratch?
Yep.
And then training, the app obviously has exercises, video explainers.
The app is so good. It's got all your stuff that you need in one spot.
And that was the easiest part for you, was just having something clear cut. Yeah. This is what you need to follow.
I didn't have to guess.
Do it.
Yeah, didn't have to guess. I didn't have to go looking for the information. If I had a question, I'd ask you.
Right there.
And if I wasn't sure, I'd look it up, and there's instructions on the app that shows you how to do the exercise. There's a video of you doing the exercise.
Yep, perfect. So the last thing you mentioned there, we'll just kind of continue, was videos of me training up.
Yeah. So in the app, you got the training. You're doing this exercise, so I can sort of see how it's supposed to look, or what good looks like, and then try and replicate that in the gym. So quite often in my rest sets, I'll go through and just re-watch what it's supposed to look like, and then by the time my time's up, I'm back on it again. And also just being able to do you film a few exercises each week, and come back to you with a webinar, and you sort of go over where I've gone right, where I've gone wrong, where I can improve.
Instant feedback,
It's there.
Love it, awesome. All right, working set. Oh.
Many reps later.
Okay, so I've got a question for you, man. Obviously with you, you didn't need to lose 40 kilos of fat. Your results, although it's a rebuild, it's more of a recomp. We've gained muscle and we've lost 15 kilos of fat, 15.1 kilos of fat on the scan, which we'll go through later. Exactly. For you, why did you go all in with a premium online service like me versus just thinking that kind of result was easy on your own?
Googling it and
Correct.
YouTube clips. Poor man pays twice, really. So,
Poor man pays twice.
Yeah, so I didn't want to waste my time. I didn't want to waste my money. And like I've tried a whole bunch of different programs online, PTs, all that sort of stuff, and it just, you've got the secret sauce to it basically. So
Yeah. So all those other programs, they never got you there, did they?
No.
No.
There was a massive gap between what I needed and what you got out of those sort of programs.
Okay.
And, yeah, $100 here, $200 there, and yeah, it's just, you don't get anywhere.
Amazing, awesome. And you openly said, which I agree, you spent more with me than what you wanted to spend on an online program, and I understand that. Now that you're on the other side of it, at 8.5% body fat, strongest you've ever been, more energy, looking younger, you're sleeping better now in your 40s. Is it worth it? Do you regret it?
Do it all again.
Do it all again.
Yeah, do it all again, 100%. It's worth every cent. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Appreciate that, man. So off the back of that, you've had a fantastic rebuild, you've gained muscle, you've lost body fat. How confident are you now that you know what to do to maintain your new look?
I've learned from you, what I need to do each day, the food I need to eat, the amounts I need to eat it, and what it sort of takes to maintain what I've got.
To look like this.
To build to maintain what I've built.
That's it, yeah. And the important thing is too is that we adapted it for your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, so you have a daughter who's 9, you work full time, you manage a team of 17, you were telling me earlier, you got a wife. You're a busy guy.
Absolutely.
So we had to make this fit with your schedule.
Yeah.
You know, you're not some 18-year-old guy that lives at home with mum and dad. He's an online fucking coach that can do fasted cardio, 7 meals a day.
Yeah.
That's not your reality. You're a dad, you're busy, you're working. We made it work for you.
So yeah, had to work around my lifestyle. I've got a fair bit on my plate, as you said. And I had to fit in around it. So the program was built around my life.
Yeah. It's a lifestyle upgrade.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And that's why we call it a rebuild.
Yeah. It's not a program, it's a rebuild.
It's a rebuild.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What were you saying about F45?
You can do F45 for 6 months and lose a kilo, 2 kilos here and there.
Yeah.
But you've learnt nothing. Gone out and sweated it out in a gym with a whole bunch of other people.
And you're relying on the trainers to tell you what to do.
Reality is, without the program that's sort of the holistic program, the lifestyle that comes with training and being fit, you're just going to have to do it again.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time.
What was that saying you said earlier?
The poor man pays twice.
Poor man pays twice. In some instances, the poor man pays multiple times.
Yeah.
Manshake, keto, fasting, F45, cheap online PT.
There's that list I was talking about before.
That's a list he was talking about off camera.
Yeah, you can do those for 6-12 months and you've lost a kilo.
Not only have you lost money, but you've lost time as well. You've lost that 6 to 12 months relying on these external factors to get you a result that you can't maintain. We've moved on from single arm rows.
Yep.
We're going to now target, turn around. We're going to target the mid-back here. So rhomboids that run this way and the trap that sits on top by doing a high incline row. So we'll start with you, brother.
Yep.
Just have a look at your form and just think of pinching a grape here. And as you pinch the grape, release the chest.
Like that?
I'd come a bit further forward so you're hovering over it. Further forward, chest, so you don't get the bread thing in the way. And then just don't think about where you're rowing it. Just think about pulling here. Palms towards yourself. There you go. Row. Nice. Look at that. Excellent retraction here. Beautiful, man. Very nice. Squeeze. Beautiful.
Many reps later.
We're moving over to some more rhomboid rows. This is a cool machine, so I thought we'd do some variations.
Yeah.
But before we move into that, I want to ask you something. There's obviously a lot of competition online. There's a lot of online noise shouting at you, promising huge results.
Yep.
Why was it that you chose me and the MPT Rebuild?
From the first call, Joe was great. He listened to me, he asked me questions, qualified that I was genuinely keen to do the program. And that was the other thing that sort of, I guess, got me across the line was the fact that it wasn't a walk in the door, take my money kind of a thing. You had to make sure that I was in the right mind space to go ahead and do it. So
serious and committed,
there was no sort of like, this is a money factory kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And just that you had, when we were talking as well, you were flicking through before and afters of people in my age group and older that had better results than I'd seen anywhere else. So I was keen to sign up on that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Whew. Retract. Beautiful, beautiful. Full stretch on the way down, reach, yep, and then retract. Beautiful. Very nice. Beautiful. This is the 8.5% body fat here that I'm talking about. Yesterday's date for anyone that wants to talk shit. At 8.5% body fat, compliments. Talk to me about the compliments and what that's done for your confidence.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it started sort of people noticing at work. So I get the, hey, what are you doing? What program are you doing? What gym are you going to? But yeah, it's been one of those things that people started picking up after about the first month.
First month.
Yeah, yeah, started to lose it around the face. And yeah, mum usually picks it up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like, are you sick?
They have a habit of that. Are you
What are you
sick?
up to?
You're too skinny.
What's wrong? Yeah. It's coming from all sorts of all angles, really.
Yeah. And what's that done for your confidence, like in the managerial role that you're in at work?
Yeah, it's good. So I feel like when you're confident in yourself, you're confident with, you know, being able to make decisions and just, backing yourself, because you've been backing yourself for, you know, in the gym all morning, you've been backing yourself with your diet.
Correct.
Go to work, you back yourself there as well.
Yep, love it. All right, and what about the missus, mate? What does the missus think of you?
Like I said before, she's taking sly shots of me at the pool and all
Taking
sorts of stuff.
sneaky pics of her hubby.
Yeah, exactly. And
amazing.
just, sending me through, you know, can you believe it sort of stuff, and how good's this look? And when I'm cleaning up around the house, it's now it's me without the shirt on doing the doing the cleaning. So
cool.
yeah, it's awesome.
Cool. So, mate, the scan here reads that you're 8.5% body fat.
Yep.
That is literally the top 0.5% of men walking planet Earth can get below 10% body fat. Was it as hard as you think?
Follow the process. Trust the process. Yeah, I speak to you every week. You go through what I've got to do, plan my diet, plan my meals.
Was it as hard as you thought or harder?
No. This is.
So if
It is
someone
what
had
it is. It says it on the label.
It's there, okay. Yeah. So you're obviously a very systems guy.
Yeah.
If you got something to follow, you follow it, it's easy.
Yeah.
Take the emotion out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, amazing.
Absolutely.
Oh, congrats, man. 8.5 is no joke.
Thank you.
As you guys can see, no joke at all. Amazing. All right, so another question for you. Where do you think you'd be now if you didn't join the MPT Rebuild?
Probably going around in circles still. Trying all sorts of weird and wonderful diets and killing time in the gym. No structure to it, not accountable.
Do you remember what I call that in the ad? No man's land.
No man's land. Yeah. Pretty much. That's what it feels like.
You'd be stuck trying whatever and
just spinning your wheels.
probably still at 20% plus.
Absolutely.
There you go. What were some of the things that you tried before the MPT Rebuild?
Yeah. Keto, IF, man shake.
You did man shake?
I did. I gave it a crack. You know, replace a meal with man shake and you'll lose weight. But when you get over drinking man shakes for lunch, weight comes back on. Stuck in the middle of no man's land, really.
No man's land. Yeah. Anything else? Did you do any PTs?
Yeah, I tried online. Download the program that was just basically here's a file. Go and do that.
So they delivered it through spreadsheets, did they? And not. Okay.
PTs, and they were once a week for an hour, 45 minutes or whatever, and then there's a week in between with no guidance, no contact, no nothing. What did you do during the week?
What were your results like with those?
You'd lose a couple of kilos here and there, but then it would all come back on. So you just start again every time. It was a new thing. It was a new, you'd lose a couple of kilos, but it wasn't sustainable, and it wasn't didn't fit into it wasn't part of a lifestyle. It wasn't part of a program, basically.
Awesome. So we're finished with our mid-back rows. We're going to move in here to barbell shrugs to finish off with some traps. But before we do, I wanted to ask you, so you've lost 15.1 kilos of fat.
Yep.
You've gone from 24.6% body fat down to 8.5% body fat.
Yep.
Obviously, there's an element of hunger involved to get down to this level, elite level.
Yep.
How did you manage the hunger personally?
Keep busy, effectively.
Stay busy.
Just try and stay busy. Focus on work. Know when meal times are coming up and plan it. Look forward to it, and then savor it when it comes around.
Yeah, actually enjoy the meal instead of just eating it, doing something else.
Try and eliminate boredom effectively.
Yeah. Okay. So for you, again, it goes back to having that plan.
Yeah.
Without the plan, you're in trouble. With the plan,
I know what I've got to do. It's all there. I don't have to think about it.
And the other thing we did for you as well was we added in a high carb day, where you were eating.
Yeah, like
pastas, I think.
It's rice. Yeah, rice.
It's rice. Sorry, rice.
And so I turned the protein and rice into stir fry, and that just shifted the dial for me because it's something I would normally eat.
Yep.
But it's something that I can now enjoy and know that it's part of the program.
And you think having that high carb day, so it was 6 days of dieting, the 7th is the reward. You think that helped as we started to get under 10%?
High calorie day was on Thursdays, and by about Monday I was looking forward to it. I'm like, this is good. And then it's like, it's a little bit like Christmas.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay, so for you it was following the plan, staying busy, and then actually enjoying the meal that you were eating and not just rushing through it.
Yeah, exactly.
That were the main things.
It's all enjoyable food as well. Like none of it is like bland broccoli and chicken breast that's dry and all that sort of crap. It's good stuff. Like there's nothing I wouldn't have eaten off the program. It's just now I know how much of it I can eat.
Yeah, portion control is the biggest
Absolutely.
thing. Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Many reps later.
Boom. Beautiful. Okay, so we're just starting our warm-up sets on barbell shrugs. We're going to move into our heavy working sets now, but I wanted to ask you, getting down to 8.5% body fat, there's obviously a level of motivation involved in that. There's having the plan and being able to follow it, but there's motivation that can come up and down. How did you find that you kept motivated all the way to get to 8.5% body fat?
Yeah, being accountable to myself, but also like you guys.
Yeah.
I couldn't give you a call up and say, hey, you know, sorry, this week I went off plan, or I didn't eat this, or I didn't do the training and all that sort of stuff. Like, it just, my check-ins would be a mess. And being accountable to myself, but also to you guys, and just having that support there. So I knew that if I was having a time where it was a little bit sort of difficult or whatever, I could jump onto the team chat and have a chat to, you know, you and Joe, and just say, hey, I'm thinking this, or I feel like that. What do you guys think?
This is what's happening,
This is what's happening, or I'm going away. What do you think I should do? All that sort of stuff. And there's also like the group chat that the rest of the guys on the program sort of can share their experiences there. You know, and there's been some really touching stuff that happens on that chat, which I'm pretty. It's good to see.
Very cool. So it's that community vibe?
Yeah, for sure.
And not wanting to let down your coach, as well as let yourself down.
Yeah, I'm pretty competitive with myself, but I also, I like to think that I'm accountable as well.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't think I could let myself down, but also let you and Joe down.
It's an extra layer, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Extra layer of accountability. Awesome. Yeah, see? Right up, right up. That's it. Get aggressive. All right, mate, so there's no secret. There's plenty of options with online coaches these days.
Yeah.
Why did you pick the MPT Rebuild?
You came across authentic. Like, I could tell that you knew what you were talking about, for one.
Love to hope so by now.
Yeah. And also, you could tell that there was experience behind it. It wasn't just you've got a slick advertising program and, you know, it's all just internet stuff on the back end. You spoke to me about my situation, all that sort of stuff. So that there was a big influence for me.
Big green flag.
Yeah.
Not a red one.
Yeah, no more red flags after that.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that light? Did I give you that light, did I?
Too light.
Jesus.